Good to be here.
We've seen from this summit so far comments directly made to North Korea and to Iran. They're not there at the summit, but how much are they going to be monitoring what's going on, and do they even care?
Well, I think they will be monitoring this development very carefully. But the nuclear summit itself is more about nuclear material safety. And North Korea and Iran's is more about nuclear proliferation and the threat nuclear weapons programs.
And indeed, that issue has very much been dominating this summit, though, hasn't it?
Well, so far, I think they probably hijacked the summit agenda, because the summit agenda, again, as I mentioned, is more about secure nuclear materials and to move from, say, from highly enriched uranium to low enriched uranium.
How secure is the nuclear material in North Korea and Iran?
I think they are, in a way, secure, because they are probably under, in Iran's case, as a Revolutionary Guard. In North Korea's case, is the Korean People's Army. So in that sense, they are secure because they are under military control.
How much progress can these talks hope to achieve without North Korea and Iran being represented there?
Well, it will be difficult, but it will be a different agenda. I think this summit is more about the existing nuclear materials and how to secure their safety and try to prevent non-state actors, terrorist groups, from access to those materials.
Do you think, I know some commentators have been saying that some countries don't really appreciate what it means to secure nuclear material. Do you think the countries there understand how much of a risk it poses not having nuclear material under secure, very secure lock and key?
I think it's very dangerous, because if the militant group like Al-Qaeda, they have the intention to use nuclear materials, not only the fissile material, but even the radioactive materials for dirty bombs and so forth.
What would a group like Al-Qaeda have to overcome to get to those nuclear materials? I mean, is it in relatively easy access for them, or is nuclear material around the world already very much secure?
Well, I think on the one hand, you can be sort of confident that these nuclear materials have not fallen into the Al-Qaeda's hand. On the other hand, the fact that you have certain amount of materials not accounted for, that raises serious questions.
I want to talk a bit more about North Korea. I know they're sort of slightly different issues, but being that the issue of North Korea and Iran have been dominating these talks so far on the sidelines of the summit, we haven't really seen any direct appeals to North Korea's new leader, Kim Jong-un. To all intents and purposes, he poses the same threat as his father did. Do you think it's a strategic or tactical thing that they're not making a direct appeal to Kim Jong-un?
I think the summit extended invitation to North Korea under the condition that they have to renounce nuclear weapons program. That is obviously for Pyongyang is a non-starter. But last month, I think the United States and North Korea reached an agreement that North Korea will suspend its enrichment. It will put a moratorium on nuclear and missile tests. But then just last week, they announced they're going to launch a satellite in mid-April to mark the 100th birthday of the founding father of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. So that is a sort of a violation of their agreement just late February.
And certainly South Korea and Japan have responded quite firmly in saying that South Korea is saying it will shoot down any rocket that passes over its airspace. How precarious then is the situation if South Korea is so prepared to react based on the movement of a North Korean rocket which may or may not be in very firm control of the North Koreans?
Right. Well, if the missiles are coming their way, certainly they are prepared. They have the missile defense system to intercept and probably knock it down.
There are some big ideas being put forward at the summit. You know, Barack Obama talked about a nuclear-free world, about cutting the number of arms of nuclear stockpiles. All this sounds great in theory, but do you think they're going to run into trouble when they actually try to implement specific measures? Because there's already distrust of the United States. There's some big logistical hurdles to get over as well.
Well, I think if you look at it as a cup, half full and half empty, because since 2009, and in particular since the so-called reset, a new start, Russia and the United States certainly have committed to reducing their existing arsenal from a high level to down to about 1,500 nuclear warheads. But it's still a long way to go, and so to really achieve nuclear zero, it's very difficult.
Barack Obama said the only way they could achieve some sort of progress through these talks is with sustained effort by all the countries involved. Do you see that happening?
Well, I think I see it happen in a phased progress. So the United States and Russia probably will need to go down significantly further before the other nuclear weapon state will be on board. And then you have to account for nuclear weapon states such as India, Pakistan, Israel. They are not even in the picture yet.
All right, Associate Professor Jingdong Yuan from the International Security Studies Centre at Sydney University. Thank you for joining us.
All right, thanks.